Hi everyone, it is Sunday evening and it's time to recap week 1 of cutting. So I did get an extra challenge this week. I actually started the week quite sick, so I had to reduce the number of workouts that I was gonna have throughout the week, as well as the intensity. Monday, probably the day I was the sickest, and which should have been one of the easiest days to cut, was actually a little bit more difficult. So I was supposed to do a leg day, and instead what I did is an upper body day. I also reduced a little bit the number of sets, number of the weight that I was using for certain exercises, that I can still get some exercise in, but knowing that my body was not at 100%, I didn't want to push it as much as I would usually do. In terms of nutrition, I started the day with an apple, and then I did my regular breakfast, which is blending yogurt, protein powder, creatine, and then either some fruit in there or putting some fruit on top, and some granola. So for Monday, I actually did frozen strawberries with my yogurt. So I blended that in, and then I just put protein and granola on top. And that gives me around, if I remember correctly, 50 grams of protein from the get-go in the morning, which is amazing. For lunch, I had some baked sweet potatoes, a salad, and chicken. I do quite like chicken breast specifically, with no skin, as a lean source of protein. I usually prepare my chicken in the air fryer with some sort of a marinade, so that's a little bit healthier to cook than frying it. Because I was sick, I did a ginger shot. I did it with my boyfriend. Never the most pleasant thing to do, but it does help me when I feel under the weather. And then for supper, I had a squash soup, and then I had some salad with some flavored tuna from a can, so I kept it simple. Tuesday was day 2, also not feeling great. Obviously, you don't get over being sick in a day. I started the day with the remaining ginger shot that I had. I had a similar breakfast. Instead of strawberries in there, I put banana and peanut butter. So I realized on Monday I didn't really have a lot of fat, so I tried to incorporate a little bit more peanut butter in on Tuesday, so that I get a little bit more fats, so it's more balanced. For lunch, I had a salad just like the night that I had before, with some tuna, and there was some of the sweet potato and some red cabbage. So that was my little lunch salad. For supper, I had more of the soup, so the leftover soup, with a matzo cracker. And for a snack, I had apple, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. And that was my day. Wednesday, I had, again, the granola for breakfast. It was strawberry and beets powder. So strawberry, yogurt, protein powder, creatine, beets powder, and then sprinkle granola on top. I had, it was a day that I was going to run with Oscar at lunch, so I had a snack pre-lunch, which was just a burrito with some chicken and cream cheese. So it was light, easy to, like, not too heavy, easy to digest. And then went for a run with Oscar, which was a 2.5 to 3 kilometers run, is our usual run on work days. And then when I got back, I had a salad with chicken. At the end of the day, after work, I went to get a lot of decorations for date night on Thursday. So I did a lot of walking. And then my boyfriend surprised me. He had cooked supper. So there was salmon, rice, and zucchini. So that was supper. Thursday started with granolas, same as last time, strawberry and beets powder. I had leftover rice and zucchini from the salmon, but this time I had it with chicken. And then for supper, requires an introduction. For those of you who I haven't told yet, Jesse and I are doing kind of like a date jar situation. So we've got a bunch of different date ideas, and we take turns picking from them, and the other one has to organize it. So silly me, I put in candlelight dinner because I wanted to get a candlelight dinner, and then it turns out he picked it, so I have to organize it. So the food actually had a special meaning. So I brought pasta for my trip to Italy. I also brought artisanal limoncello from Italy. So it was gonna be an Italian night. I made pasta with arrabbiata sauce. I did not want to have a cheesy sauce because one, that's high in calories. Two, I'm partially lactose intolerant, so it wouldn't have been fun for me. And then for dessert, I brought some pear sorbet if we want it. I also bought some other ice cream and I got some crackers. I was quite nervous for it, but it turned out very nice. We had a wonderful time. Friday, again, started with the yogurt. This time I was only blended the yogurt, protein powder, and creatine. So I didn't have a fruit flavored in there. That was just the base. And then we had I bought pears the day before, so sliced some pears on top and then the granola. For lunch, it was to finish the chicken, zucchini, and rice. And for the evening, I went to my boyfriend's parents' house for Shabbat. So I had some chicken potatoes, some knishes, spring roll. I don't know what the macros were, but I was trying to be healthy and balanced. For exercise, I did a leg day that I had to cut short because I did it during lunch hours and I didn't have enough time to finish it all. And then after work, Oscar and I actually walked over to Shabbat, which was a good 5K walk. Brings us to the weekend. Saturday. I started the day again with the granola and then I went to the gym. I did upper body day and this time I did the higher intensity upper body. And then lunch, I had leftover knishes from Friday, 2 of them. I had a little bit of I had a French toast that my boyfriend had made in the morning for himself, so I had the last one, a pear and some yogurt. For supper, we were gonna go to a friend's 30th birthday party and combined with another friend's 27th birthday party. And I knew that I was gonna have a little bit of food there, but I wanted to eat before so that I'm not too tempted by all the snacks. So I had 2 eggs, had a little bit of pita, a little bit of chicken, and some tarama. It was more of a limited meal just to make sure that I'm not headed into the event starving. And at the party, I just had a little bit of snack, did not drink. Sunday, it is actually my boyfriend's sister's L'chaim, so she just got engaged. And we were there from 11 to 6 p.m., so a lot of food going around. But overall, considering that has been all of my food intake for today, we should really be within calories. That's it for the week.